afternoon, everybody. It is Friday. You made it. You made it through the week. Congratulations. This is Just Parlays. I am your host, Scott Steehn, lead handicapper at WHINERS.com, and I am joined, as always, by the young fella in the Bills cap. He is betting royalty. He is Chris King. Chris King, what's up, buddy?
Good to see I'm the young guy. I guess when Richel's on, it's the infant.
Well, we were going to call it. We started calling. I was going to see if I could call Richel the kid, and Tim Earl pops in and says, "I'm 22." And I said, "Well, Richel, you're done. You're done. You're no longer the cute kid.
You've been demoted to the minors.
Now you're just a middle-aged grinder like the rest of us." So very good. Hey, it's good to be here, man. Happy to have you guys aboard on this beautiful Friday, at least in mid-Missouri. Finally. At least in the middle of America, eastern Missouri or western Missouri, if I have to be specific. But yeah, it's 78 and sunny here. Chris, what do you got there in Carolina?
It's about the same. I think it's in the mid 70s. Sunny right now. It rained most of yesterday, so that blew through. So now we're supposed to actually have some nice weather for the next few days, where it's not before you get to the oppressive 90+ degree weather that's coming.
Get about 3 days of spring. That's about what we're going to do here.
Just about.
Michael Dose says, happy Memorial Day, gents. Thank you, Chris, for your service. I will thank you as well in the Corps. Is that the Corps? Are they URA, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one thing that I will take that I hate about that phrase though is there's no such thing as a happy Memorial Day, because
fair enough.
There's Happy Veterans Day, but
yeah.
I don't know what the adjective is that you should put in front of Memorial Day, but I always think that happy is not the right one.
Good enough. Good advice. And I will try to watch it. I guarantee I'll say it at least 5 or 6 more times this weekend.
So. Well, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying from a personal perspective, it just seems like happy's not it doesn't really go together.
Agreed. He's off to pick up his kid from the last day of school. Remember the excitement of the last day of school, Chris? Usually a half day.
Yep.
Maybe you had field day the day before. Field day, I don't know how it was when you were a kid, but when I was a kid, it was all athletic competition. We had tug of war, we did sprints, it was all athletics. It was fun. Now they get like fire trucks, and there's a ice cream vendor there, and nobody wins.
I just wait for them to start handing out beer and stuff.
What the fuck are you doing? So good to have everybody here. James S. in the house. Euler Foster, Lex Steele. Always good to see you. Lex Steele checking in. Craig Trapp. He kind of stole a little bit of my thunder here, buddy, because I was setting it up for you. But Craig says, nice hit on the parlay. I'm going to go along with a big no shit on that. If you guys were watching the show yesterday, every day Chris lays out a couple of 2-teamers, a 4-teamer, and a thing he calls shot in the dark, where he puts 10 up there. And Chris, every once in a while, you got that blindfold on, the lights are off, you're moving around, you can't see the guy, you take that shot, and son of a bitch, it goes right between the eyes. And that's what happened yesterday as you hit all 10 teams of your 10-teamer, including what, 4 underdogs, Chris? 4 plus?
Yeah, we had the Royals that were at plus 155. We had Draisaitl going over 1.5 points at plus 130. How he was going off at plus 130 made no sense to me, considering he had 17 points in that series.
Right.
There was the Rangers. They were plus 170 on the money line. And what was the other one? I have to go look at the slide. It was.
It was good. It was good. That's what it was.
It was the Tigers. The Tigers.
There you go. So, when you say, well, you hit a 10-teamer, but you had like minus 300s, and no, none of that bullshit. And Chris, if you were $100 better, what would that have paid?
$102,064.95 or something like that.
That is just phenomenal. I've told this story before. When I was about 20, I hit a 10-teamer with a bunch of buddies of mine. I still fucking talk about it. You've hit 2 10-teamers in what? 2 months? 10 weeks? Something like that?
The first one was March 9th, so 10, 11 weeks.
Yeah, there you go. Unbelievable day. I hope some of you guys, well, my fervent hope is that you were on all of them. But if you weren't, I hope you at least picked a few from the buffet, stacked them on your plate, and made some money.
My fervent hope is if you did bet on all of them, you should send me some money, because that way, I'll feel better about it.
Steven said Stevens, let's talk about my pick yesterday. It was, let's just say, not as good as your 10-teamer, my friend. We had Arizona. Scott and I had Arizona first, or team total over. I had them in the first 5. Both of those were laughably terrible bets, as the Dodgers put up 6 in the first 2 innings. Arizona, Mitch White looked like every great Dodger pitcher from Sandy Koufax to Clayton Kershaw, just mowing them down for 4 innings. Dodger bullpen did their thing. Horrible bet.
Let's not forget Hanser Alberto got to throw the 9th.
I appreciate it. What?
Hanser Alberto threw the 9th.
Sure, why not?
The backup second baseman, and didn't give up a run.
Right. So Scott and I are thinking over 3.5. Here comes the second baseman to pitch. All right, we got a shot here. Nope.
When I saw the second baseman coming out, I'm like, is this how this is going to end? They're going to bring in some scrub infielder. And he's going to give up like 12 runs, and it's going to be 14-13.
Is not. So enough about my wonderful day. How'd your premiums do? Because I know you did well on your premiums too, right?
Yeah, we had a 4-teamer yesterday. I paid out about 23-1. We had a 2-teamer that was better than 4-1. So all told, it panned out to almost $105,000 you could have won.
If you'd have rolled that $100,000.
Now just think, if you had taken that to our buddies at Caesars.
Now, I want to make sure everybody realizes we're not saying this happens every day.
It does not.
Listen to the show. Chris can hit a 10-teamer every day, not even once a week, not even once a month. But man, when you hit $100,000 on $100, when you pay 1,000 to 1, that means basically you've paid for 3 years. If you're hitting one every 2.5 years, you're plus money. So you're hitting one every 2.5 months.
When I saw that come up, I thought to myself, I was watching, because I've been watching Law and Order reruns, and I remember the one where at the end of the episode, Adam Schiff goes to Jack McCoy. He goes, well, it started with a murder and ended with an execution. He's like, take the rest of the week off.
Yep.
And then McCoy goes, it's Friday, Adam.
There you go.
So it is. See you Monday.
Brady says he hit a 4 and a 7-teamer. He's got a few 3-teamers, a 6 and a 10 going today.
Good day there.
Outstanding, Brady. Outstanding. James S says he's going to throw a 20 on it from here on out. I would. I'm going to. Very, very good. So, of course, we want to remind everybody out there, please like and subscribe. Smash that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button to both of our channels, the Winners and Whiners YouTube channel. You guys do great at that. Dropping the ball a bit on the Max Wagers Network YouTube channel. Not going to lie. I don't want to put any pressure on you, but this would be a great time. It'd be a great day. You see those tweets all the time. This would be a great day for whatever. This would be a great day to get over there and smash that subscribe button. Make sure you ring the bell. Get notified every time we put up brand new content. If you want more of Chris's parlays, he has a link in the show description for his premium service. If you're a little averse to variance, you don't like parlays, maybe you like straight plays, I have my premium service available as well. The link is in the description. We took a couple bad beats yesterday on the premium side, went 1-2-1, could have easily been 4-0, but that was not the case. All the luck was transferred over to your bucket, buddy. So,
well, it's good to know that once in a while you get a break. But we're not going to sit here and say, like you said, we're not going to be Johnny Vandermeer, the only guy to throw back-to-back no-hitters. We're not going to sit here and tell you that we're going to do that. Like you said, it doesn't happen once a week. It doesn't happen once a month. But when it happens, it's nice. And
yep.
Like I said, if you had paired it with the Caesars bet, boy, imagine how much money you could have walked away with then.
You'd be all right. And speaking of Caesars, it's a great segue right there. Chris got the great deal still going at Caesars. I don't know how much longer it's going to go, guys. My guess is the clock's ticking. So if you haven't taken advantage of it yet, get your ass over there. It's your first deposit, first bet, guaranteed insurance from Caesars up to $1,100. If you win, hey, you cash your ticket for $100,000. Or no, you bet $1,000. You cash your ticket for a cool $1 million, Chris.
$1 million. $1 million.
That's right. Yeah, $1 million. And if you lose, if Chris doesn't hit his 10-teamer back-to-back days,
then we'll blame Reichel.
Caesar says no harm, no foul. We'll make it good up to $1,100. So theoretically, Chris, you could play $1,100, so you could make $1,100,000. So
that's true.
Just saying. Check that out. The code, of course, is ATS wins Caesar. ATSWINSCZR. If you can't remember that, if you're like me, you got the memory of fruit fly, then we've been good enough to put the link and the code in today's show description. So
And just think, if you had done that and got $1.1 million, you would have made almost as much money as Bobby Bonilla for doing about the same amount of work.
There you go. A lot of praise coming from you, since you've been doing it a long time, and you're a good writer. You are a good writer, Chris. You're a very good writer.
I try. I mean, sometimes it's tough because there's only so much you can say sometimes about some of these things.
Right. I'm actually a good writer too, but I take too long. I can't. The way you guys crank out the articles it's phenomenal to me. I did a preview one time when we were trying our new format for the NFL games. We were laying out, every.
The long format.
Yeah, I basically
forever.
I invented the long format. Okay, that's a little known secret. Winners and Whiners. That was my idea. I came up with it. You know how long it took me to write the first one? Literally a day and a half. Not lying.
Well, I mean, they're not easy to do because when I was doing them, they were like 5,500 words, something like that.
Yeah, they're monsters. So yeah, make sure you check out Chris's writing as well. Exclusive over there at winnersandwhiners.com. Probably don't talk about winnersandwhiners.com enough, but it is a fantastic site. You can find guys like Chris and Scott Reichel over there popping out great picks. And we've also got some other great handicappers that are going to start doing their own videos pretty darn soon, Chris. So that's
speaking of, I just noticed I got an email about that you did a introductory video as a primer that I have to now look at because I'm supposed to apparently do one of these too.
Sure, absolutely. I'll be happy to help you in any way I can, buddy.
But I don't do enough videos as it is.
I know what you're saying. So it's Friday. It's all about what have you done for me lately? Yesterday, that's in the rearview mirror. You made me $100,000 yesterday. Fuck you. I need a new pick. Let's go. What do you got, buddy? You got a little baseball?
Yeah, we got a little baseball. We'll talk about the Houston Astros, taking on the Seattle Mariners. Is there a team more disappointing in baseball so far than the Seattle Mariners?
No.
And don't say the Royals because nobody's going to buy that.
No, I mean, the Royals are a little disappointing. Toronto's been a little disappointing, but I don't think anybody has fallen off the cliff that they thought that was going to contend for a division title that's in last place.
Yeah, I mean, you traded for Eugenio Suarez. You traded for Winker, you signed Robbie Ray, and you're 10 games below 500.
Yeah,
and you're worse than the A's and the Rangers.
Maybe you expected a little more out of the guy that's going to be pitching today, Chris, because he was the most profitable pitcher in baseball last year, and that has not been the case this season.
Well, I guess he'd be the most profitable pitcher in baseball if you bet against him.
He is. He's one of the most popular pitchers to fade right now, for sure.
Yeah, him and Adon.
Love me some Adon.
Now, which one would you take if those guys squared off? If you had the Mariners and the Nationals, and that was the pitching matchup?
Chris Flexen all day long. I like the Mariners lineup is better. I think at the end of the day, Chris Flexen's better. He still knows how to pitch. I'm not sure Adon's a 5.0 ERA guy. I'm not sure he's ever going to be that good.
Yeah, that's not a good sign. And he's facing Justin Verlander tonight. And boy, you can't say enough good things about Verlander.
No. If the idea of being a major league pitcher is not to give up runs, Verlander's been outstanding in his last 3 starts because he's given up a zippy goose egg, nada.
Yeah, look at that, a 122 earned run average, and this is a guy who made one start in the last 2 years.
Yeah, he came back pretty good.
Yeah,
get a little Kate Upton nursed him back to health.
Well, I mean, it's a good gig if you can get it.
He spent 2 years motorboating, and now he's ready to come out and pitch again. So.
I mean, would you put him at the front running of the Cy Young Award?
How could you not?
Well, I'm sure that you're going to get somebody who's going to say, well, what about Joe Blow? And,
Yeah, sure. And I'll say, no. No, sorry.
But, yeah, at this point, I can't have any faith in the Mariners, like you said. And like Tim agreed, Tim said the 100% the most disappointing team in Major League Baseball are the Mariners. I know they're playing at home here. Doesn't mean anything because they haven't been all that great there either.
No.
Houston coming off a game where they scored less than 2. They're 5-0 in those situations. They're 9-1 in their last 10 against the West. And right now, you could say, hey, they're beating up on the Mariners and the Rangers and the A's. But, hey, the Rangers and the A's have been playing decent baseball.
Rangers and the A's both ahead of Seattle in the standings. So,
there you go.
Yeah, normally that is what I'd say. Well, you're beating up on the bottom feeders. Seattle is the bottom feeder. So, and they did Verlander did a pretty nice job. This is a rematch of an earlier game this season, and Verlander shut out the Seattle Mariners for 7 innings in that game as he beat Flexen 4-0. And he also picked up another win where he gave up I think 2 and 6 innings. I think he's given up 2 runs in 13 innings.
Pretty good numbers.
Yeah, not too bad at all. This is Chris has a lot of bullet points to prove his point, but I think it really comes down to struggling average pitcher versus an outstanding pitcher who's pitching at the top of his game right now.
Yeah, I just try to
keep better team
as much I try to get as much information out there so people could at least have it there to make an informed decision for themselves.
Have you thought about going to 4-point print instead of the 6 points you're using now?
Actually, this is like 20 point. I tried to do it smaller, but Jim wouldn't let me. He said it had to be at least.
Oh yeah, I have to blow it up to be able to see it. I have to have it on like the big screen to be able to read it. So and then, when I do that,
you need that 85-inch monitor so you can
I have a gigantic monitor, but that's for my stats. So I've got this one on my other computer screen. So moving along.
Yeah, and if you look, Houston has gone 40-14 in the last 54 against Seattle. That's a pretty good winning clip when you get right down to it. It's better than 70%.
Yeah, full disclosure, this is my play of the day. I've got the run line at -115, and I couldn't get away from this game. And you look at
how can you with the way that Seattle's performed?
No, you're getting decent value there from -119, -195 to -115. You're only getting 80 cents. That's not ideal when you're looking at a run line, but it's for a road team. It's not bad. I'll take 80 cents of value for a road team.
It's about what we got with the Dodgers yesterday. I mean, I know you guys went the other way, but Mitch White, hey, he was part of that parlay.
Mitch White,
Mitch White, four innings and doesn't get the win, even though he's up 6-0 because
I'll see that kid in my sleep. All right,
you'll see Daniel Lynch there too.
Anyway, what else you
got? Well, Ryan Page said he hit the Yankees last night for $700, and Nestor Cortez is for real.
I'm happy about both of those things. I'm happy he made $700, and I kind of was behind Nestor Cortez as well. By the way, yesterday we talked about taking a second look at Hyun-Jin Ryu.
Yep, you were right on that one.
You know what? I'm not gonna do a complete victory dance. I'll shimmy a little bit. He went 5 innings, gave up 2 runs. He wasn't awful. What is that? Somewhere in the what is that? 3.25 ERA. So he was
360.
360. That's right. So he was okay. He wasn't lights out, but he was good enough to keep him in the game and ultimately get the win out of it. So
yeah, I think the Angels shot themselves in the foot a few times too because they'd have runners on and they'd bounce into a double play or they'd do something else that was stupid.
Stupid Angels.
But yeah, I mean, while that messed up the 2-teamer on the show, I'll trade off losing that game for
sure.
what we had paying out. So.
10-teamer.
But in that game, like I was saying, the Angels were 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That's not going to get it done.
Hey, before we go to the next game, you know what I didn't tell everybody to do? I didn't tell everybody to check out all the great content at the Max Wagers Network. Starting off at noon with Midday Money, Sean Higgs, 1 o'clock sees Allie Burns bringing everybody morning wood. You and I hitting 10-team parlays every fucking day here on the Parlay Show. 3 o'clock, of course, is Scott and I doing Back to the Window. 4 o'clock, Sean Miller, soccer. And 5 o'clock is Tim Earl, Nick Earl, and Detroit Lenny giving you your game time decision. And, of course, today is Friday, and that means something extra special. We're going to be doing our NASCAR show as your boy does triple header duty. I got to move to 3 different studios, Chris. That's a real pain in the ass.
I mean, I could stop by for your guys' show too if you wanted. I mean, that's up to you.
We're gonna have Allie's gonna be on. So
well, then you don't need me to be on.
And I got to tell you, we'd rather look at Allie than you, brother.
That's fine.
Especially we get 2 hours of you anyway. We're gonna be joined again by our it's our Ernie Hudson of the show. It's Rye Cape as he joins us once again to break down this week's race in Charlotte. The Coca-Cola 600. Chris, you say Coca-Cola or you say Coca-Cola?
I say Coca-Cola myself, but that's probably just because I'm from up north. So
yeah, I guarantee you most of your neighbors don't.
You're right on that. Of course, down here they basically call everything Coke. It doesn't matter what it is.
Correct. I used to do that when I was a kid. That was the thing when I was a kid. Everything was a Coke.
You see them drinking cheer wine and shit like that, and it's Coke. It's fucking cheer wine. And who the hell drinks that shit anyway?
We're going to go get Coca-Cola and moon pie, man.
Yeah, it's like, what is it, McGee, Marty McGee, talking about how, he used to go get you a grape or a peach knee-high, a Reese cup, and some Topps baseball cards.
I'm going to speak for a lot of people here and saying I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
He's on ESPN radio.
Oh, okay. There you go. I stand behind that statement. Give me another baseball game. Let's go.
How about the Padres and the Buccos? Marlowe's team there. Yeah.
Next. No, I'm kidding.
Do we really think Jose Quintana is going to keep pitching to a 2.43 ERA?
I don't know, man.
We're talking about a garbage. He's basically the Eddie Harris of Major League Baseball now.
I think I got one more in me, Skip.
I got to put anything out that I can find.
I'm gonna let you take this one, buddy. I'm as full-throatedly behind that first pick as I was. I'm not gonna. I looked at the other side of this. I really did.
Really, you looked at the Pirates?
I thought about it for a second, and then I remembered it was the Pirates, and I slapped.
Oh, okay. So there, all right.
But the Padres have let me down. They have. So I'm just not sure about flying into the face of somebody with a 118 WHIP and a 240 ERA. Just saying.
But he's also been fortunate because if you look, his actual FIP ERA is up over 3.
Okay.
Manea, he's been a little unfortunate when you look at his numbers because I think his FIP is somewhere in the 3s as well.
Well, once again, it shows the value of FIP versus ERA, or ERA plus is another good one. But Manea with virtually the same WHIP with a 1.12 WHIP, actually a better WHIP than Quintana, has an ERA of 1.6 runs higher.
Yeah, ERA plus has Manea at 94.
Yeah, which is still below average.
And
100 is average.
Quintana's is 170.
170?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's his ERA plus.
Okay. Well, I think you've made my point. But go ahead, tell us why we should bet the Padres.
You look, Pittsburgh third worst in the runs per game. They're fourth worst on the road. They average 2.94 runs per contest as the visiting team.
By the way, I want to interrupt because if you're on the fence, if you're like, well, you know what, the one dude says he likes the Padres, and the other dude says, you know what, I'm kind of worried about Pittsburgh. You should remember which one hit a 10-teamer yesterday. That's all I'm saying. If you need a tiebreaker, that's not a bad one. All right, go ahead, buddy.
And the other thing about this game, when you get right down to it, I know like I said, San Diego has had their struggles offensively, but they hit left-handed pitching a lot better than they hit right-handed pitching.
Okay.
They hit 242 against lefties compared to 221 against right-handed arms. And they average 5.25 runs per 9 innings against left-handed pitching compared to 398 against righties. Meanwhile, the Pirates, while they do hit better against lefties, it's 228 against 221.
Okay.
So I think Pittsburgh's going to struggle going into Petco Park. They've struggled if you look, they're 0-8 in their last 8 after an off day. And they don't play well against San Diego. They've lost 5 of the last 7 meetings. The Padres 5-0 in their last 5 when their opponent gives up 5 in their last game. And they're 4-0 in their last 4 series openers. I just think that this one is going to lean towards San Diego. I just like Manea more than Quintana. I mean, like I said, Quintana had won no games since 2019, and before he won 1 this year.
Pass. Put it this way: if I got a lean, I don't want to lay 200.
I think San Diego's going to win the run line.
Yeah, I know you do. Okay. All right. Well, that's what makes the show fun.
Yes, it does.
I'll take Pittsburgh plus 170. What else?
Well, now we got some hockey.
Hacky.
And where we are, right?
Seems like these series have been just played forever. It's got to be Avalanche, right?
Yep. We're going to the Gateway City. Everybody's favorite place.
Kill me now.
Where you can get Emo's thin crust pizza if you want to eat something that's like eating a saltine cracker with sauce on it.
Definitely kill me before we go to Emo's.
I had Emo's once when I lived out there, and I said, what the hell is this?
My wife loves that shit.
And then I proceeded to throw it away.
Loves the Emo's, man. The Provel cheese and whatnot. No.
I don't know why. That stuff is terrible.
You and me, buddy. You and me. There is great Italian food in St. Louis. There is great pizza in St. Louis. Emo's ain't it.
Yeah, I went to
literally anywhere else on the hill.
Yeah, I went to Pointers up there. They got one of those gargantuan pizzas that's like 2.5 feet wide.
Right.
I got one of those.
One sitting.
Yeah, well, not one sitting. I didn't have Joey Chestnut sitting next to me, so. But I mean, they had good pizza.
You have to go there in the winter because you don't have a refrigerator you could put it in. You got to keep it in your car when it's 30 degrees, man.
You just put it in a bunch of Ziploc bags.
I guess. I mean, you'd have to cut it up and shit, right?
Oh no, that's already cut. They cut it into squares.
Oh, that's right. I didn't know they did it with the gigantic one too.
Yeah, did you ever see the screen that those things go on? Good Lord.
No.
Makes a monster truck.
I'm fat enough eating large pizzas. I don't need extra large tabletop size, man. I'm good.
But
I'm going for credit here.
The Avalanche lead the series 3-2. St. Louis did extend this series by winning 5-4 in overtime because Colorado, I guess, decided they wanted.
Played 2 periods.
They wanted to go to Emos again.
They thought they were playing college basketball where the game was just 2 halves, and then they forgot. Yeah. Oh shit, it's hockey. There's a third thing, and they didn't show up for that third thing at all.
No, I mean then McKinnon gave them the lead again, and then they proceeded to blow it.
Yeah,
and then lost in overtime.
Not good, not good, Bob. But yeah, they wanted to make it back for a little emos, and hopefully they'll eat after the game. Hopefully they'll eat after the game.
Yeah, Ville Husso still lousy numbers. 378 goals against, 884 save percentage. What's he trying to do? Battle Jacob Markstrom for the worst goaltending in the playoffs?
That was some bad goaltending in that game yesterday. Holy mackerel!
Yeah, I can't put faith in St. Louis here. I mean, I know they won. They rallied in Game 5.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to do it again.
What about going on the road though, Chris? What about the Avalanche having to go to St. Louis?
Look at the bottom line.
I know. I'm trying to set you up here, buddy.
Yeah, the Avs have won the last 5 meetings in St. Louis, and as the song by
rehearsal,
as the song by Motley Crue goes, Scott, don't go away mad. Just go away.
Yeah, absolutely true.
That's basically where St. Louis is. I mean, we said last night, in the case of the Mavericks, dream another dream. This dream is over.
And it was.
You're gonna play that here too.
You gonna lay the puck line? You feel good? That is a hell of a lot of value, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna lay the puck line. I think this time Colorado's gonna realize, oh shit, there's 3 periods, and we won't have a meltdown like we did in Game 5.
How much value are we getting on that puck line there, bud? Do that math for me, would you?
Plus 145.
Yeah, from 170. We're getting
that's $1.15.
That's what I'm saying. That's what?
Yeah, $1.15.
$1.15.
Yeah. Because it's minus 170 to plus 145. 70 plus 45 is 115.
Well, but you're going the other way. But yeah, okay, yeah, you're getting 150. You're right. I was looking at something else there. Yeah, correct. 115. So that's a fair amount of value.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about that you wanted to try and punch it in. Like, what would you get it if you ran it through a parlay? I'd have to, find the other legs to plug it in.
No, by the way, we talked about that before the show. That's one of the things you're going to maybe start doing next week is
start doing it Monday.
Putting in some of the potential payoffs so you guys can make decisions whether you want to play the spread line or we're going to play the money line, whichever it is. So,
do you want to put it in just straight, money lines and then straight run lines and puck lines? And what about mixing them up?
Dude, you're talking about infinity. I mean, you're talking about an infinite number of choices. I think
but that's what I mean, because some people might want to just take, they might take from column A and column B.
Well, you know what? We got a smart crowd out there. They'll be able to make their own decisions, but we're just going to get a little bit of direction. So
that's a good point.
I'm with you in this. I know this is a pretty standard, public play in this spot, but when you watch those two teams play, I just don't see, the Blues had a fantastic third period. I don't see that being repeated. Colorado.
Yeah, it's like you said yesterday with the Mavericks. It's like what was sustainable from the previous game to carry over.
Right. And that game, looked like an outlier then, and even after last night's game, it looks even more so like an outlier. That game 4 for sure.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely. I think the Avalanche take care of business here, but and every once in a while, you get a team that's rolling along like that. They get punched in the mouth a little bit, or they get a shocking loss, and it wakes them up a little bit of cold.
And they get pissed off.
And then they get pissed off, and then they play up to their ability and handle their business. So yeah, I'm with you on the Avs here, but
We got some basketball.
Probably the last game in this series, but yeah, we do. It pains me as somebody that's got a Miami ticket, but the Miami team I placed my bet on is not the same Miami team they're going to trot out there.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I mean, that's basically been the big issue in this series, hasn't it? It's been the availability. Boston had their guys, and Miami has kind of had their guys, but they're not anywhere near.
Well, Boston didn't have them for the first game when they were missing Williams and Smart, or
Right.
Horford and Smart.
Yeah, Horford.
And they've had them since then. Meanwhile, Miami just, once again, it's the Black Knight reference from Monty Python. They just keep, losing an arm about every game. It'll be hero.
Just a scratch.
It's just a scratch. But and these guys, God bless them. They're out there. They're going to give it a shot. But they're out there at 60%, 70%, and we were talking about some of the percentages the various guys from Miami were playing at, and it ain't very much. If you're playing like Call of Duty or something, your life force or whatever that is, it tells you how much life you got left. It's running on red. It's running on red. You better find a reload pretty quick. And there's no reloads at the Garden, buddy.
That's over. Right.
It's over.
And I was looking at some numbers. Butler's been to the free throw line twice in the last couple games. Max Struss is 0 for 16 in the last 2 games.
Well, and he's and Max is still on the injury list. He's still questionable for this game tonight.
Right, and Hero's questionable.
Right.
I mean, the fact that they didn't put Hero out there in Game 5 means that this might be a more serious injury than what they were originally thinking.
Right. Well, and and then we talked about Lowry, and Lowry looks like just a shell of what he's capable of.
Yeah.
That's
probably being generous.
Bruce has been updated to probable. So.
Oh, he has? Okay. Because the league injury report that just came out still said questionable. That came out 3 minutes ago.
Congratulations. Your 5th best player is probable. So great news, everybody.
Hooray!
Yeah.
I mean, look how bad it was. I mean, Duncan Robinson actually got playing time.
I know.
And I mean, he got a lot of playing time compared to what he's been doing. I mean, he played almost 28 minutes.
If you see Duncan Robinson in the rotation, you should take live Boston over. I'm not even kidding. Because
I mean, look at the last 2 games. I mean, of course, game 4 was a blowout, and he played 23 minutes. But he played 27, almost 28 minutes in the last game, compared to in the first game he played no minutes, and then he played 14 minutes because they got blown out again, and then he played 4 minutes.
Yeah. I'm looking here. The Celtics, I think the defense is very important, how good a defense they've been playing. Now, Miami offensively challenged under the best of circumstances, but the Celtics have just given them absolutely nothing. 20.8.1 ATS their last 29. That's pretty solid indeed. And the Heat play well as favorites, not well as underdogs, as you pointed out. They're 2-7 ATS in their last 9 as underdoggies in the playoffs. So
now, do you think that this line is high? Do you think it's where it should be? I mean,
I think both of those things are true. I think it's high, and I think it's where it should be. I mean, it's a substantial line. 8.5 in a playoff game. That's a high line. But I think they get there. I think this is a double-digit win for the Boston Celtics. Chris, I'll tell you what. I know we've got people that are wondering about this. I'm anxious to get your take on the total, because this total is minuscule. You don't see 201.5 or 201 flat, depending on where you get it. I'm so tempted, just on general principles, to play the over, but you're looking at a Miami team that's put up 162 points in their last 2 games. Is there anything on the horizon that would tell me that's not going to happen again?
I'm actually thinking that this one's going to end up over. Like you said, if Boston blows this game open, Miami could limp to 85 or 90 points and still push this over the number. I just think that, Miami's out of luck. Scott Foster's not reffing. Tough break for them. But no, I think that this one will end up over just because of the fact that, like you said, this number is so low that, Miami should be able to shoot better than what were they, 7 of 39 or something like that from 3-point range in Game 5.
Yeah.
You have to think they can knock down a few more of those. And plus, look at it this way. If Duncan Robinson plays, there's a sieve on defense. You can get a whole bunch of free points there.
Would you be more interested in playing one of the team totals, either playing Miami under or Miami over, for that matter, if you think Miami's going to have a little better performance, or playing Boston over?
Probably. I would probably lean towards a team total there. Okay. What is it at for Miami? Do you know off the top of your head?
Well, if it's let me see what the current spread is here, and I can tell you what it is. It's so it's currently 8.5. That number's sticking. So you're looking at 100.5, 4.5, somewhere around 105, give or take. That's just back of the napkin math, but
back of the napkin math.
Yeah, it could be 5 and a hook, could be 4 and a hook, but let's call it 105 for our purposes. Let's call it 105, 96 and a half, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what they've got marked on here, just to see what BetMGM has for it.
I think before I take the full game under, I would take the Miami team total under.
Yeah, Miami. Miami starts on the BetMGM at 99.5, and it's already a plus money for the over.
Okay.
All right. Well, so in other words, Miami would probably have to score. What? Let's see. If
99.5. What's their actual spreads?
They've got, BetMGM's got it at 8.5, like you said, but they've got 99.5 over plus 135, under 175, and then that's where it starts, and it goes all the way up from 99.5.
Oh, okay. So what's
124? Who the hell came up with that idea?
What's 96.5?
It's not even there. It starts at 99.
Well, it starts at 90. Okay, well then
which makes no sense, because I mean,
what are you playing on the under? What are you laying? 45, 145?
No, 175.
Oh fuck. Okay.
I wouldn't touch that. You'd have to go down to like 96.
Okay, so what we're saying is, if you want to play that particular prop, don't use BetMGM. Sorry.
Yeah, because for Boston's total, to get the plus money, it's 106.5.
Quick impression of me doing the show on Monday. Hey, I want to tell you about our new deal with our pals over there at BetMGM.
Don't bet on their props.
Oh, all right. Okay, very good. Ready to make some money?
Yeah.
All right, let's pay the bills, buddy.
All right. Well, there's Houston and San Diego. We talked about them already.
Okay. All right.
And we've got the Celtics. Like you said, I think this is going to be a double-digit game. I just don't think that the Heat have enough in the tank to keep up with Boston. Even if Boston shoots poorly, they've clamped down on a bunch of it's basically a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest right now if you're the Heat.
Yep. Yeah, it really is. They are seriously undermanned. And I'm just trying to see what they put up. They put up 29 and 11, and so they're under 100 for the series.
Yeah, I think so. I saw the number.
I want to say 99.6 or 99.8. Just go doing it real fast there.
Yeah, I saw something about this earlier. I think after Smart came back or something like that, their numbers it's like 93.25.
Well, yeah, because the game without Smart, they put up 118.
Right. So, I mean, you're talking about a big chunk of numbers there.
Yep. Oh, well, yeah, you're looking at 11 over and 38 under. So you're looking at 27 under for 4 games. So that's basically 6 3/4 under.
Yeah,
98.25. Yeah.
98.2 in the series.
Yeah. Okay.
Butler scored 41 in game 1. Then he scored 27 in games 3, 4, and 5 combined.
What percentage is Butler right now? I talked about him being close to 90, and that doesn't appear to be anywhere near accurate. What do you think?
I don't know if he's even at 50.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about that in our 3-way with Reichel, and somewhere around 60% seems to be the consensus answer. There's just too many guys with too many dings. And, Hero isn't going to go from sitting on the bench 2 days ago to 100%. That's just not going to happen.
And Lex said, in other words, Tiny Tim, via the Ghost of Christmas Past, a one-legged man versus everyone.
Yes, exactly. Very good, Lex. All right. Yeah. Other than the Padres
Oh,
is
you're right.
the only one I had a question about. And again, you tend to be disappointed a lot. You start betting on the Pirates because if the Pirates, even if the Pirates do have a slight pitching matchup to start, you can argue about that, whether that's true or not. It appears to be, but it's still the Pirates and it's still the Pirates bullpen. So
Yeah, the only time that you bet on the Pirates is when you're Lex and you bet on a guy to hit a homer in a parlay.
I haven't bet on the Pirates since the 1700s. So since the English really clamped down in the Gulf of Mexico.
I thought you were going to say you hadn't bet on the Pirates since Blackbeard.
No, yeah, it's the same principle, but yeah.
And Bronco says that Butler is at 46.9%. Mark it down.
That sounds right. Okay. Thanks, Bronco. Thanks for checking in, buddy. How about a 4-teamer? Got a 4-teamer out there?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Blue Jays over the Angels. Manoah has pitched very well for Toronto all season. Good young pitcher,
Not to be confused with Manaea Yanoa. Neither one of those guys. It's Manoah.
And I haven't seen enough from Chase Silseth to get an accurate read on him. I think he's only made 2 starts.
Okay.
But like I said, Manoah, it's the 1-year anniversary since being called up. So kudos to him. He can now say his major league career actually had a birthday.
I hope there's cake.
Damn well better be. I mean, he's 5-1 with a 1.62 ERA and 43 strikeouts and 50 innings.
And we were remiss in not mentioning him yesterday when we were talking about Toronto.
That's true. We were.
And some of the good pitchers in it. And I'd seen that, and then we kind of moved on, and I forgot to bring that up because Manoah has been very good this season. It's been somebody in that pitching staff that has not disappointed.
Yeah, him and Gaussman are basically the backbone of that rotation.
Yep. And I cannot come up with a clever spawn and saying and pray for rain. I cannot do anything like that with Gaussman and Manoah. So don't try to do it now.
Don't pay for a HOA.
See, I told you not to do it. I tried to tell you. You just blew through the stop sign, buddy, and see you're thrown out by 20 feet.
Well, may he drop the ball. It could happen.
Horford, he's good. He can shoot outside too. That's the great thing about Al Horford.
Yeah, he's not one dimensional. He's not, as much as we've liked Looney, Horford, can shoot from the perimeter, like you said. You don't have to just rely on, cleaning up putbacks or getting dunks.
That's right, baby. And finally,
I'm going to go with the Guardians over the Tigers. I had the Tigers yesterday as part of the 10-teamer. It panned out. I just like Bieber here over, and it's funny because the Tigers pitcher, Fado the Fado.
That's right up there with Grant Balfour and Bob Walk. Yeah,
I thought you were going to be saying Fado the Fado, or was going to piss you off almost as much as rhyming.
If you lose this game, are you going to say, "I knew it was you, Fado"?
Exactly. But I thought you were going to get into the one about Ozzy Osbourne rhyming. What was it you said the other day? Masses with masses.
Right. Absolutely. Full disclosure, I have this pick on the run line as one of my Michael Clara picks. So,
did you get the Rockies Nationals in there, or did you go with the Avalanche game?
Won't take place. No, because the Avalanche is tonight. It has to be a tomorrow game. So I did go with I went with the under in the Carolina New York game.
Wow, you avoided a Colorado game?
Yeah, I did.
I know you like to get those on there.
I did. I didn't do the Rockies. I'll do it as one of my other plays. So anyway, I think there was no odds on Colorado if I would, because I did it yesterday. I did them up yesterday.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And I think there was no odds on that. I was limited by what I had odds on.
Oh, but see, you should have taken. You know who the pitching matchup is
in this one?
No, in the game for Colorado tomorrow.
No,
Chad Kuhl and Joan Adon.
Oh God, really?
Yep.
I could have had a rare chance to pick Colorado. That'd have been great. Fade Adon. Fade on Adon. Fado. Fade on Adon.
There you go.
All right, buddy.
You heard it here first.
I'm a fan of all of those plays.
Oh, of course. And the Cardinals change. Oh, no, that's tomorrow. Never mind. I was looking to see who was pitching tomorrow at some of the other games, but got worried because I did the Brewers game for tonight. I actually like the Brewers tonight, even though Hauser has been terrible on the road.
Who's he pitching against?
Dakota Hudson.
Oh no.
You like Hudson?
Yeah, I was gonna say, although both those pitchers are just dreadful. So I see the wisdom in fading Dakota Hudson.
Oh no, Jordan Hicks is on the IL.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah, I know, and I can't fade him for a bit.
So, Chris, we're gonna have to change the name of this next segment from a shot in the dark to probably sure thing. Here's Chris's 10 locks.
Guaranteed money.
Show me some locks, buddy. There you go. Locks.
Yeah.
By the way, if you just joined us, kids.
If you're just tuning in,
Chris had all 10 of these. Chris had all 10 of these yesterday in his shot in the dark, including 4+ money plays. So 1,000 to 1 is what it was. So $100, $100,000. There you go. So let's go back to back, Chris.
Sure, why not?
Let's go 20-0. I would posit if you go 10-0 in these today, that is the greatest 2-day stretch of any handicapper in the history of the world. I will put that out there and I will defend it to the death.
I'm just happy that we've had such a good week, all told.
Oh, it's been a monster. It's been a monster.
I mean, we had a 6-teamer over the weekend. Last weekend, that was $11,000. We've had a couple that were almost between 4,500 and 4,800.
Look,
had a few that were $2,000, a couple in the 1,000, 1,500 range. Then a few 2-teamers. So, I mean, this was a good week. I mean, I'm not gonna, like Scott said earlier, we're not gonna sit here and tell you this happens all the time because it friggin' doesn't.
Nope. But here's the deal. There's a lot of noise on the internet, a lot of noise on YouTube, Twitter. See all kinds of handicappers. I've done this, I've done that. And I know it's hard to distinguish. I get it. But you have a guy in this cat right here that's been handicapping sports for, 25 years.
173 years,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. War. And most importantly, those plays are out here to be reviewed by everybody at any time. You could go right now after this show, go back to yesterday's show.
Look at the 50-18 mark on the video
and see if we're full of shit. So that's all I'm saying. We appreciate you guys stopping by. We appreciate you being here because we know you have a lot of options when it comes to people fucking just flapping their gums on YouTube. You have a limited amount of time. I am saying to you that the time that is spent with me and Chris and the time that is spent with me and Scott are well worth your while because the fact that I've been doing this literally for 40 years. I've been supporting myself basically for about the last 10 years doing this. It's been my major source of income. Chris has an uncanny ability to pick parlays and to analyze games. If you've read his stuff, you know that's true. And Reichel is one of the finest young handicappers in America today. So I'm honored to do shows with both of these guys. And if you're not tuning in regularly, you should. If you got friends you think it would benefit, you should tell them because this is about no bullshit right here. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know I bust on Steehn and Reichel a lot, but I've learned a lot from Scott over the last 6+ years that we've both been with winners and whiners and everything, and now the Max Wagers Network. And I like to bust on Reichel, but that's because he's 12.
All right, enough of the circle jerk. Let's have some fucking winners, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Yankees. Jamison Talon going tonight. Jeffrey Springs is going to start for the Rays. We saw the Yankees win yesterday, like Ryan said.
I got those replaced in my car, by the way. My Jeffrey Springs, they'd gone bad.
Well, that's good.
The ride was terrible, so it's just like a brand new car. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, and that's important because you don't want those. You don't want to get bounced around all over the place.
I had them look at my Johnson rod, but they said it was okay.
It wasn't bent.
Nope.
I'm going to take the A's over the Rangers. Cole Irvin, he's pitched pretty well for a guy that is pitching on a team that doesn't score a ton of runs.
Right.
And it's John Gray.
Can't do it. Misses the mountains.
Gray's been on the IL more times than he's won games this season.
Yep.
That's not a good stat if you're scoring at home.
The IL stands for interested in losing. That's the list he's on. Yeah, I like this Irvin. He's kind of flown under the radar, and he's starting to be able to throw some innings, and you don't have to rely on the A's bullpen as much, which is always a good thing. I'm a fan.
Because hopefully Lou Trevino doesn't come in to blow the game like he did last night, which helped me yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully
you got a couple of unlikely scenarios. We got a comeback from the Rangers, and you got a comeback from the Royals.
Yeah.
So that was probably your two biggest sweats on the on that 10-teamer.
Well, that and like we said, in the bottom of the 8th, after the Royals took the lead, having to send Barlow out there with the bases loaded.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Here comes the hippie. Here comes Barlow, and 3-2 count on the first guy. Got him to swing over the top of a breaking pitch. Got him a little confidence, and took care of business against the other two. Strikeout, ground out, boom.
Yep, and then he got through the 9th, even though they had runners on the corners with 2 outs.
Right. Yep, never a doubt, buddy.
The Dodgers, I liked it better when Tony Gonsolin was pitching. Now apparently they switched to Ryan Pepio. Jesus Christ. You got to bring out the guy who walks 800 guys against Mad Bum. So this number probably will shift. But, after watching the Dodgers score 14 yesterday, maybe Pepio will pull a Mitch White.
Yeah, I'm sure. That's the although if you follow the day after Scott bets on it routine, this is, playing the Dodgers here is a terrible idea.
Unfortunately, I don't subscribe to the Scott Reichel day after routine.
That's okay. It doesn't, even though you don't believe in it, it believes in you, buddy. Rockies plus 100. We talked about that. We talked about the.
Cool and Adon is tomorrow. This is Austin Gomber. This is Austin Gomber and
Corbin. I remember this one.
No, Corbin was yesterday.
No, it's the. Who is it?
I think today it's. Is it Sanchez?
I think it is.
It's Dirty Sanchez and his 7.16 ERA. How does this guy have 3 wins with an ERA of 7.16?
How do you have a job? How do you still have a job? Yeah, it is. I always think it's Anibal Sanchez, but it's not. It's somebody even shittier than that. And Anibal Sanchez is still on that team. He's on the injured reserve. This is Aaron Sanchez. The extra A is for hey. I can't believe you walked another guy.
The extra A is for
all the losses he takes.
Awful.
He's 2-2.
Atrocious.
He's 2-2 miraculously, and the only reason he's 2-2, well, he's pitched all right in those 2 wins. He's limited the damage, and most importantly, the Nationals put up.
He's not 2-2. He's 3-3.
I'm just looking at. I'm sorry. I was looking at May only. Sorry, buddy.
Oh yeah. He's 3-3, but his ERA is still 7.16.
Well, it's because they put up 30 runs in his 3 wins.
Well, that'll do it.
It certainly helps. So,
like they say, the sun shines on a dog's ass some days.
Yes, they do say that. I'm fine with that. Fade the Nationals in terrible pitching. Gomber, okay.
He's not terrible. He's not as terrible.
Nope, he's not as terrible. Right.
I'm going to go with the Heat and Celtics over 201. Like we said, I think that Boston can do enough to get it over.
Okay. Jimmy B.
Bronco, you're asking about stats that are the ones that we like the most here. I think Jimmy B is going to stay under 22.5 points. I mean, like we said, he scored 27 in the last 3 games.
Yep.
I also think Horford's going to go over 12.5 rebounds and assists. He can go over 12.5 rebounds just on that alone.
Okay.
And you're getting plus money on it.
I got to like that. I really do.
Then you've got. I'm looking for the Avs and the Blues to go over 6.5. Have we seen much in the way of low-scoring games?
We have not.
No,
we have not.
Just to look real
quick. At least one of the goaltenders have sucked in just about every game.
Yeah, totals in the series. I mean, you had 5 in the first 2 games, but the last 3 games, 7, 9, and 9.
Anything changed from those first couple of games?
Yeah, Bennington's not in net.
There you go. That's the one I was looking for. See, you didn't have to come to rehearsal to get that one.
So there you go. With Husso in the net, you've seen 3 straight overs.
Yes. Whosoever shall be scoring some goals, and it's probably going to at least be Colorado and possibly both of them. So very good.
Yeah. I think O'Reilly's going to go over 3 shots.
Okay.
Because somebody's got to shoot the damn puck. And McKinnon's going to go over 4.5. He's had at least 6, I think, in 8 of the last 10 games.
Shoot or shoot, Chris. Shoot or shoot.
That's right.
All right.
I mean, there you go.
Any final thoughts? Any last victory lap you want to take?
No, I mean, like I said yesterday, I just want to thank everybody for coming by here and being a part of our show. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here.
There you go. Otherwise, we'd just be 2 dudes talking on the phone. That'd be boring. So, yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Not that we haven't done that before, but,
We haven't done that before. So, Again, I want to thank Chris for his service. I want to thank all of our service members out there and their families, especially those that have had family members pay the ultimate price. We are thinking about you. Chris brought up a very good point about the happy Memorial Day. So I will just say, I hope you have a good Memorial Day weekend.
Have a safe one.
Have a safe one. Hope you get to spend it with some family. Have some fun, make some memories, and of course, stay safe, everybody. So, for me, for Chris, for the whole gang over here at Max Wagers Network and Winners and Whiners, we appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget, we are available in podcast form as well. If you're on the go, you want to check us out in the car. Maybe you're just tired of seeing our mugs. I don't blame you. You can get us at all your favorite podcast locations. You can download it there.
You can just tape a piece of paper over the monitor so you don't have to see us.
You could do old school, like bring out the cassette in your boombox and you could just tape it.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Hey, you guys have a great day. Stay tuned. I'm moving over to Studio B, and I'll be back with my pal Scott Reichel. Chris will be back in an hour. We'll be talking NASCAR, but if you can't make any of that, make sure you can come back by and see us on Monday, as Chris and I will be talking about everything under the sun, but especially we'll be talking about
Just parlays.
Just parlays, baby. We'll see you then.